I saw the state attorney's office in the future of filing first-degree murder charges against Mr. Wright. They had laid out a very compelling story that Mr. Wright had premeditated, had planned, had traveled from Missouri to Florida to kill Teresa Sievers. That's what the evidence showed.
So maybe there's a gurney and needle in your future here.
Absolutely. I certainly had to give the realistic approach to my client that you're looking at the death penalty if they convict you.
How did he react to that?
It took a while. I think accepting what he had done, even, and accepting that he's going to have to testify against his best friend, someone that he'd grown up with, someone that he truly cared about.
So to save his life, he has to give up his friend. Is
Yes.
that the calculus?
Yes, he had to give up his friend. But he also began to come to the realization of what he had done.
So is the prosecutor interested in your let's make a deal offer?
He's very interested. And it's at that point that we start taking the steps to present the testimony from Mr. Wright, tell them what the story is, tell them our version of what had happened, the truth. And we kind of had to go in blind to this because they weren't giving us any deal up front. They wanted to hear what he had to say before they would even consider offering a plea deal.
Let's take us a little bit into the legal weeds. What's the agreement?
So a proffer agreement is basically, in this case, it was Mr. Wright and I sat down with law enforcement and the prosecutors and under oath videotaped statement as to what happened and what evidence and testimony he could provide.
So he had been able to persuade them that he was going to be a very helpful witness.
I think law enforcement and the prosecutor were still very skeptical of Mr. Wright, and his testimony alone was not going to do it. We had to give them something that would corroborate his testimony. We had to provide something more.
What do you got?
We had the phones. We had what the phone numbers were, the burner phones that they used, where they were purchased. That was the evidence that linked Curtis Wayne Wright to Mark Sievers. Uncontradicted, unrebutted, overwhelming evidence.